benefits next year
But I'll-
as
I'll-
inflation
All right,
edges
there,
higher.
Nikki?
I'll talk to
The
you
government
about
has
it,
announced a
when I
boost
get
of
there.
Hold on.
We're about to start over here.
2.8%,
Cool, man.
which
Thanks.
translates to an extra $39 a month for the average
Yeah.
retired worker. Early going on Wall Street, the Dow is up
I don't know if we're
44
live on
points.
Facebook or not.
More on these stories.
Well,
at
Facebook's looking good,
townhall.com.
whether we're live on it or not. It's looking good.
I'm Nick
Live.
Soboleski, a
That's
select code
live.
agent with a true story
Mostly
of
looking good
saving
'cause of
hundreds
this
dollars.
Yeah, no, this
A
one
woman
here.
named Linda just
I feel
called.
like
Her
I need to
husband,
stand on the
Ray,
Apple
I think
box.
we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
$300,000 group life insurance policy.
All right.
But is changing jobs and can't take it with
That's
him.
exciting.
Well, I shopped the many
You missed on the
highly
bus
rated
tour,
term life
man.
insurance companies we
Everything
represent,
cool?
And found Ray,
Yeah,
who is 41 and takes medication
No, I
to
know,
control
I
his
know,
cholesterol.
yeah.
A
Yeah,
10-year,
some
$500,000
family
Yeah, I understand.
stuff, but it's
I know.
working through.
That's good, man.
$27 a month.
Yep.
That's almost twice the coverage for less than half of what
That's
he
good.
had.
Did you see our new mission
If
statement?
SelectQuote hasn't shopped for your life insurance,
Can I say it out
you're
loud?
Probably paying
Yeah.
too
To help
much.
people create a life of abundance by shifting mindsets, implementing proven systems, and facilitating a community of action takers. I like it.
All right.
800-452-6990 or go to selectquote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you
We're
save.
pretty proud of it, man. We're pretty happy. Actually, very excited about it. You know,
Yeah.
that direction.
Now, Business 1110.
All right,
Especially
3
that
minutes,
one right there.
fellas.
What is it, Nikki?
These two things.
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
The two major
on the inbound
Yeah.
side of
abundance and action
288.
take.
Between
Yeah.
6 and 59, you have
Well,
a
you know, this is the
53-minute
thing.
drive.
Well, that's
That,
what
just
has to
about
happen.
equals the drive on the
And,
Katy
you know,
Freeway, I-10-99
we'll talk
Grand Parkway
about-
to 45.
It's kind of this is what's
54
big
minutes.
getting into
Still a
that, right?
45-minute
Correct.
trip
Yeah.
on
This has to
45
happen
North Freeway between
for
Woodlands Parkway and
anything.
downtown. On the Diesel
And, I
Houston
mean, it doesn't matter
traffic.
what it is, you know.
Right.
It takes only 10 minutes for the
Well, that's
inside
true.
of a parked car
I mean,
to reach
so there's
deadly
nothing
temperatures. Don't
about
let
teaching people real
distractions get in the
estate,
way
nothing
of
about
remembering
it, you know,
precious cargo.
because that's not
Putting one of
really-
your shoes in the back seat near
Just
your
real
child
estate
is
happens to
just
be one of the best
strategy
models
to
for-
avoid
Just so
tragedy.
happens, man. This is what where the rubber meets the road, so to
If
speak.
you're
Yeah,
a
good.
50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-444-2013.
Big Lou.
Speak to Big Lou.
Big Lou, man, he's
If
waiting.
you have type 2
Hey, is this,
diabetes,
somebody
overweight, or
portly
high
that
blood
wants some
pressure,
life insurance?
Providers help thousands of people
Yeah, is
like
this
you
Big
get
Lou?
vacation
This is Big Lou.
term life
Big Lou, I need some life insurance, man. What you got over there? Well,
All you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-444-2013.
That's
Who will
tremendous.
make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800.
The scales are tipped in your favor.
Big Lou makes sure of that.
It's a great advertisement.
It's so good, yeah.
And you remember it.
You do. I will always remember Big Lou.
Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800
He's on meds. Big Lou, he's on meds.
800-444-2013.
Like the let Fred Loya and Shoya.
In Shoya?
Yeah,
I've
that's-
never
that
heard
was
this
one of their
really?
things. Yeah.
I like I just been hit.com. You never heard this? This is urban radio. You probably
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Girl, I just got hit. You better call I just got hit.com. That was a free non-paid endorsement, by the way. On Facebook, I guess.
Yeah.
Radio show on Business 1110 KTEK. Are you tired of high?
Don't forget to share on your Facebook pages, everybody.
Share them.
Share. All right, fellas, 20 seconds.
Guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your dish authorized retailer now.
800-344-2066. 800-344-2066. That's 800-344-2066. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
The following program, paid for by Right Path Real Estate, does not necessarily represent the views or opinions of the staff, management.
I like standing up. Don't you like standing up? Yeah.
It's time to get on the right path with Right Path Real Estate Radio with Tom Perry. Get the answer to your question that's keeping you from taking action and succeeding today.
Oh, I don't know how to do that.
Get ready. The guy that will put your fears behind you is on the air now. Taking calls at 713-785-1817. Toll free 877-881-0271. Now here's your host, Tom Perry.
All right, hot mics, guys.
Welcome to the show. Not Tom Perry. Ryan McCarthy standing in for Tom this morning on Build Your Team Thursday. Got Elijah Randall with Fast Track Remodeling here in the studio. No better person to start when you're building your team, that's for sure.
Thanks for that, yeah.
Number one, right? Call in if you have any questions about really anything, just real estate, life in general contracting. Give us a shout. Get over the fear of calling in. 713-785-1817. One thing I was talking to Elijah about here is that we have a mission statement with Right Path. I'm going to share that with you now. Our mission is to help people create a life of abundance by shifting mindsets, implementing proven systems, and facilitating a community of action takers. And this is something we're very excited about. Really drawing out what our mission is to let people know, what it is that we're doing here, and definitely Fast Track is a big part of that.
Helping people to know that you don't have to do it on their own.
Correct.
So they can let those fears go, and then they really won't stand in their own way as much, in my opinion.
Correct.
I think a lot of times I see people fail to take action because they feel like they don't know enough about something. They may know somebody, though, who knows about it. But then they feel, for whatever reason, they have to do all of it themselves. And
right.
There's a lot of things that can be done in this industry. And what I know most is that an investor just has to know how to make decisions toward their goal.
Correct.
That's really one of the main things, or only thing, that an investor has to do, is be able to pull the trigger on something they've analyzed. And they don't even need to analyze it all completely. They could get tools or help to analyze the deals, to even know what it is that they should be doing to get to their goal.
Right.
And I know you guys do a lot of that.
We do. That's really our main goal here, is to help people to understand what the proven system is, right? Because we have it. It's replicatable.
Right.
Anybody can do it.
And we see it happening all the time.
Every day, all day.
Yeah.
Our members are doing that and using Fast Track in that process.
Right, we're part of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think one of the key things that we help with is just with the mindset of an investor, as opposed to, because there's so much with remodeling, so many ideas out there, programs, stuff that you can see online, different ideas that are floating around. Some of them are great. Some of them are more faddish. But most of them are more custom, because that's what gets attention.
Correct.
Right? And so when you start over-customizing a job, then you can get into trouble of making decisions for the future buyer or the future occupant.
Right.
When you neutralize with good quality proven products, it's a similar concept to the proven systems, but proven products that work, that help people to be able to maximize money returned for money spent. That's really what we specialize in, is helping that mindset.
Right.
So we're part of the key to keeping that one statement, or one philosophy of sorts, that you start from the beginning to the end. And when you connect with these networked people like us, and with lenders that know the industry, and with insurance companies that know the industry, and appraisers that know the industry, property managers and realtors, when we are kind of one band, one sound of sorts, then the mindset is, you're an investor here.
Yes.
This isn't going to be your house.
Right.
Right? So that's what I love to do. I love to see people walk through a house, see things they've never seen before, but then realize, I didn't have to see those things.
What's interesting is that what we're talking about is real estate and teaching real estate, but it's you got to have that mindset, and for you, in your part, you're mitigating the fear, right. Of construction, which is a lot of folks. It's a big part. Is I don't really know about building a house or rebuilding a house or remodeling, right? And having someone in that place, and then we also talk about, what is your time worth, right? As an investor, you're out.
It's a big one.
You want to buy your time back. You want to spend more time with your family, spend more time volunteering. That's a major thing, and a lot of people have this notion that I'm going to save money by doing it myself. That's the first misnomer, right? And I'm gonna save money by going with maybe someone who doesn't really understand the investment.
Right. That's right, because maybe they are just trying to get a job.
That's it.
And
right.
they don't necessarily have all the qualifications.
And nothing wrong with that.
There isn't.
Nah.
One thing I like to say is that the reason why people are in the investment industry is not to save money, but to make money.
Correct.
So when you focus too too
Wonderful. I
much
like
on the
that. Yeah.
saving, then you actually, I think, diminish your chances of really scaling to the degree that you'd like to.
Right.
So either that person doesn't necessarily know their goals, which you all help them understand,
Right.
or they just can't get out of their own way.
That's a major thing. Yeah, understanding really truly what your goal is. When we talk about that, a lot of people come in, they go, "I want 10 houses."
Yeah.
But why?
Yeah.
What is that?
What's the
What is
why?
that going to accomplish along those lines, right? And that piece of it, and then understanding, that saving money is not making
money, right?
Yeah, I
and
love
some people
that.
say, "I'd like to do both," and I'm
Yeah.
like, "Well, okay," but at the same time, what is it that your goals are, and what's the best route to take that? And
Right.
the reason why we're even bringing this up is because there are ways to get work done, sometimes at a discount,
Sure.
if you manage it yourself, or if you do some of the work yourself. But the point there being, what if you don't manage it as well?
Yeah,
Or what if you don't have time to manage it? A lot of people say, "Man, that was the biggest headache
absolutely.
that I've had."
Sure.
They get called by Home Depot in the middle of their work day, and they got to
Yeah.
sneak out acting like they don't got a side gig going on.
Right, that's
and
exactly
they got to
right.
tell their credit card number. What are you buying?
Yeah, talking about doing a phone sale.
Phone
at
sale.
Home
Yeah,
Depot.
because they're
your contractor sitting there has all the materials waiting for them. That's a little inside, right?
Yeah, that's a little inside. Yeah, because it's not usually you're not having a general
No.
contractor buy it for you and do the work.
Right.
It's usually labor only
Handling
type
it.
things.
Yeah.
So you're having to hustle. And yeah,
Absolutely. One thing we also talk about is real estate, and a lot of people don't understand. They get bogged down in the technical side. It's a relationship business,
Yes.
and when we talk about build your team,
Yeah.
right? We're talking about building relationships, and at Right Path, we already have those relationships built.
Yeah,
right.
it's pre-existing, which
Yeah,
is
it's
great.
pre-existing, and for contractors in general, a lot of people they tend to maybe are unable to build those relationships because they are trying to save money. So they kind of, beat down their contractor, try to get it cheaper, right? And contractors overall don't respond to
well,
that.
they don't respond well unless they're hungry for business, okay?
Yeah, right.
Which usually means that the industry's a little slow, possibly during that time, or that they may not have enough going on in that moment,
Right.
for whatever reason.
Yeah.
They're answering the call for you today, but then
Yeah.
you beat them down a little too much. Now they're busy.
Exactly.
And
That's not scalable.
You thought
is it?
you thought you built your team,
Yeah.
and then you call them again, and they don't answer. Why
Yeah.
aren't they answering?
Why don't they answer? Yeah.
Yeah, because you didn't make it a win-win.
That's right.
In that moment.
That's exactly right. And that's a major. We talk about that on the weekend.
Yeah.
Quite a bit is what is your time worth, and then also overall
Valuing other people's time.
valuing other people's time along those
Yeah,
lines.
that's great.
So Right Path Real Estate Radio. We're here with Fast Track, Elijah Randall.
Yeah, so just to tell them, we work for investors only on remodeling. We will do roofs and HVAC as standalone for single-family homes, but that's the mindset that we keep because that's really what we do. That is our niche for investors. We've been doing it now, as a team for over 7 years, and I think we are over 900 homes possibly now.
Really?
Yeah.
We can have a party when you hit 1,000.
We
1,000
should.
party. Yeah,
it's a little harder to keep track of sometimes, but it's fun. So but we enjoy it, and we got a good team that works on the front end, helping a very detailed bid get forth, and then on the back end with a great project management team to keep the well-trained crews going. So we're excited about this next season. I know the New Year's coming up. People might be having their New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
So it's good to kind of get to know us maybe now. So our phone number is 832-742-9992. And you can look at our Flickr account if you go to our website, fasttrackremodeling.com.
Very cool. Very cool.
Anything else?
So, no, man. I mean, it's really good to have you in, and
It's
I know
awesome
that
to be here.
we appreciate what you do for our members, right? I mean, it really is the relationships that make a difference in this business, and being able to have relationships with all the vendors that are out here. They're doing it every day. It's not a theory,
Right.
right?
We're actually working on it.
We're actually working on
helping
it.
people make it work.
And having that, hopefully, for those of you listening, that mitigates your fear along those lines of, I've been wanting to do something other than the stock market, right? We saw a little dip in the stock market yesterday. I don't really watch it too much because I'm not a part of that, but I want to do something to protect my nest egg, and real estate seems like a good idea. And then having people in this industry who are doing it every day, who have a proven track record of doing it, that should mitigate your fear along those lines.
Yeah, and so I think this is where they start.
Yeah.
Right here.
Absolutely.
When they're asking, where is it that we start? And I hear a lot of people say, I don't even know how to get started in something like that.
Absolutely.
And it makes sense because there's so much spattered around with the custom stuff I'm talking about.
Sure.
You know, and if anybody's done a remodel on their own home, they know that the decision-making process can
There's
be...
anxiety when you're just talking about construction. When you say the word foundation or, plumbing, electrical, all those
So
lines.
to have a company, well, like us, or a system like yours, where people can plug into it and realize, ooh, I'm not only going to be helped, but I'm going to also, in my mindset, be prodded along to not overthink it.
Yeah.
To not get in my own way,
right,
and to consider what I'm doing it for.
Absolutely.
So that I'm not thinking, oh, this is where I'm going to be living. This is what I need to make it so it's comfortable to me or what I like.
Getting enough information to make educated decisions about your financial future.
That's right.
That's what Right Path does, and I really appreciate you coming in, man.
Thanks.
It's always good to have you, Elijah. Always good to see you. So I'm Ryan McCarthy. This is Right Path Real Estate Radio. On the other side of the break, we're going to be with Michelle Rodriguez, continuing to build our team. And if you want to call in, like I said, that number is 713-785-1817. We'll be back with Michelle after the break.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, all.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor for your investment property? Then call Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties. Whether it's a flip rehab or a rental rehab, we manage every aspect of a rehab from start to finish with a highly efficient, standardized process.
Over the last 6 years, Fast Track has completed over 700 projects, which has helped us to create our 3 keys to success. Use a detailed scope of work so that everything gets done, train and maintain quality crews so it gets done right, and complete the work in a proper order so it gets done fast.
No more managing it yourself, no more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992. Again, that's 832-742-9992, or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Hello, real estate investors. Do you need a lender that moves fast at the speed of a jet to fund your investment properties? Jet Lending will help you purchase properties quickly with as little cash out of pocket as possible. Jet Lending also sets up a repair escrow fund to help you with repair costs. Jet Lending has originated over 2,000 loans in Texas, valued at over $250 million. Jet Lending will help you evaluate your deals for free and give you feedback on value, cost of repairs, and potential loan amount. Jet Lending is
Good morning.
friendly hard money source.
Hola, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you? Oh, I just messed up.
Fabulous.
Fabulous.
Your levels are good.
Thank you.
At jetlending.com. Oh, and don't forget about our
Everything's good on Facebook Live, yeah.
Networking meeting.
It's
All
happening.
is good, and we got 2 minutes.
2 minutes, cool.
You want to hear a funny story? Do you not want to hear a funny story?
Is this a thing for the Facebook? A funny story for the
Might as well. Well, we're chatting. It's 2 minutes, right? It's a quick story. So we went camping last weekend and did this really big hike.
Okay.
It was an 11-hour hike up a mountain and back down.
Wow.
And so my legs obviously are sore, right?
Still?
Yeah. And so in the middle of the night last night, while sleeping, and this has never happened before, I got a Charlie horse.
Just randomly?
And yes. And I don't know what happened. And I just woke up screaming in my sleep. And my husband's like, my husband thinks there's like someone broke into the house.
Jesus.
But oh my God, Charlie horses hurt.
Yeah, they do.
But when you're sleeping and not,
that is not pleasant.
that's just even worse.
That's not pleasant.
So it's pretty funny.
That is funny.
Or online at
Oh, do you see our new mission statement? I'm talking about this
Did
right
you
now.
know that there are over $24 trillion in retirement
Ooh, I like
accounts in
that.
the U.S.? Imagine if you could use someone's IRA to fund all of your deals. Well, you can.
Nice.
Quest
I like
IRA
everything
is
about
locally
this.
Here in Houston, Texas.
That's
At
good.
Quest IRA,
'Cause it's
we offer
on our banner
retirement
and
accounts.
It's already printed.
Right,
We've
it's already
invested
printed.
a lot of
Yeah,
money
right.
in this verbiage, so we really don't care if you don't like it or not.
Actually, no, man, not a lot of money in it. We
Sure,
got
but
together
you-
as a group and put it together, and it was very natural because literally is we just literally put what we were thinking onto paper.
I've heard you guys say these things
Yeah.
individually. So yeah, this being put all together,
Yeah.
it does seem natural because I've heard all of you guys say stuff like that.
Yeah,
before.
it's just letting. I think that letting other folks know, that's the difference.
Well, you got to get your message out, right? That's the whole,
Right.
whole key to it.
Fun IRAs.
So did everybody check out the HAR report yesterday?
Well, hold on.
Okay,
Don't just
content.
commentate.
All right.
All right, y'all, here we go. Hot mics.
All right, welcome back to Right Path Real Estate Radio. I'm in the studio with Michelle Rodriguez with Next Gen Appraisals.
Yep.
Feel free to call in. Like I said, 713-785-1817. How's it going?
It's going great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Highly
you-
motivated for some reason all of a sudden.
Are you jacked
Yeah.
up?
I usually don't hit my peak until about 10 o'clock, so I'm already motivated.
You're already there.
Yeah, it's
You
great.
don't hit your peak till 10 o'clock?
You know, like I'm kind of checking emails and going through the motion a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of autopilot, get your coffee and everything.
So
but-
everybody out there in the radio and Facebook, just know that if you're if you're dealing with Michelle
Yeah,
before
don't call
10
till after
o'clock,
10.
yeah, if you want an appraisal, you want an opinion
Yeah.
of value about a property.
I probably have more spelling errors in my emails before 10 o'clock than after. It's probably true.
So we were talking over the break about our mission statement. That mission is to help people create a life of abundance by shifting mindsets, implementing proven systems, and facilitating a community of action takers. And, Michelle, I've known you a long time.
Yes.
This is not something that's new. It's new that we're putting out and we're
These-
sharing that message.
Definitely, these are all things that everybody at this organization I have heard y'all say before.
Mm-hmm,
Maybe not all together in
Right.
that one statement, but
Mhm.
I've always heard life of abundance, action takers, proven systems and
Yeah.
processes. These are all things that you guys have said and teach, since this company has been started and even probably before that. So
Sure.
it's great to hear that
Absolutely.
mindset that y'all are focusing on and lasered in on because
Yeah.
it definitely embodies what y'all are doing here.
Absolutely. And for your part, being integrated into that, and we're talking about building our team this Thursday.
Yes.
You're definitely part of the team. And the thing.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely. And proven business systems. I mean, we bring you in
Yes.
to give us that. I mean, to really mitigate our risk along the lines of.
Yes, that's probably our mission statement
Yeah.
at NextGen is to mitigate risk and give
Mhm.
you guys, the investors, as much information as possible on these
Mhm.
properties when we're analyzing that evaluation. Because I think a lot of times when you get an appraisal, it's like, okay, that's what it's worth,
Mhm.
and then you move on, and we're like, no. We
Right.
need to talk about days on market.
Yeah.
We need to talk about what's happening with the sales prices month
Right.
over month. We need to talk about the rehab. Is it too much? Is it too little? Is it just right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that come with our appraisal reports, and I think that's why we as a team work really well at Right Path because we've learned from you guys, and you guys have learned from us in turn, and now we just have a really great product that we're able to put out, for everybody.
No, I definitely agree, and that's what we're talking about. Elijah, construction. Obviously, that's a scary thing. Finding the value of a property, that's also a scary thing.
Yes.
And I think a lot of what we do is mitigate the fear of this through a proven process and understanding of what it is that we need to be looking at in a market. And since we're doing it every day,
Yeah.
we understand that. And since you are specifically an appraiser that works for investors, right? And
Yes.
an investor yourself.
Our whole company, not
Yeah,
just me. We
yeah.
have several appraisers. We've all been really well trained on this. We have group meetings all the time talking to each other. We have one appraiser. She's really specialized in the Conroe market. We have another appraiser who's really good in the Katy market. We've got another one. She's really, really tuned in to what's going on like the Texas City, Galveston area.
So you guys
And
have specifically appraisers for each market, so to speak.
I wouldn't go that far because we all have a really great overall knowledge
Yeah.
of the greater Houston market. I think you
Right.
have to, right? But we do have appraisers where if we're stuck, like River Plantation,
Yeah,
you know
I
what I'm
love
talking about.
RP
If
over
you
there.
don't know River Plantation, look it up. But you
It's up in Conroe.
Correct.
Right? It flooded quite
It's
a bit.
flooded quite
But
a few
some houses
times.
flooded, some houses houses didn't.
Right. It's got a golf course.
It's on a golf
but
course.
the houses that are
Beautiful
on the golf
course.
course are usually the ones that flood first.
Yeah.
There's a lot of complications with that neighborhood. And so we have one appraiser. She knows that market, you know. And then, like I said, we've got another one. He's really good in Katy. We cover Harris County and all the surrounding counties. But yes, we definitely come together as a team, which is something unique to Next Gen.
Yeah.
When you have an appraisal firm, not just a solo appraiser, but
Yeah.
a firm, we all can kind of come together, share facts and tidbits that we've learned about each different neighborhood. We did this when it flooded. We came together and was like, how are we going to handle this? How are we going to analyze this now?
You and I spent an inordinate amount of time talking about what is going to happen in the flood market, really day to day, and it was interesting. Are you surprised about how it's gone? I mean,
I think
we haven't really talked about that.
No, we haven't, right? Like a
aftermath
year
type thing.
flashback
Yeah.
kind of thing. Going into everything, I was, for lack of a better word, scared. I was like, where is this
Sure.
going? There's
Yeah.
so much unknown. Fear of the unknown
Fear of
is
the unknown,
probably the
yeah.
best way to put it. And so now that everything is kind of said and done, I'm kind of happy like how Houston handled this.
Yeah.
We had a lot of great opportunities happen for a lot of investors.
Huge
We had
opportunities,
yes,
yeah,
we
massive.
had money coming in from outside of the state, not just investors coming in from outside of the area, but money. But you got to have money to make these rehabs
No,
work, right?
absolutely.
So how everything panned out, it's still a tragedy what happened and devastating. But I think we made
Came back
it. You know what I mean?
Actually, right? We came back stronger. So, Right Path Radio. My name is Orion. I'm filling in for Tom today. Got Michelle Rodriguez with Next Gen Appraisals. NextGenAppraisals.com.
That's it.
713-346-9911.
Is Next Gen's number? Yes, give us a call.
And so when we're talking about coming in and the folks that want to look at putting their money into exposing some of their portfolio to real estate, having an appraiser that understands the market along those lines from the lens of an inspector, I mean that's
invaluable.
It's almost like looking like a stockbroker looking at a stock and helping them understand the value there.
Yes, there's
Similar to it,
always
right?
someone that's an expert in their
right.
field, right? And so if you want to figure it out on your own and do the DIY appraisal, as I call
Right.
it, then great.
Yeah.
But if you've ever done, Pinterest fails, as kind there's appraisal fails too, I think, if you're trying to figure it out on your own. So definitely, especially in that when you're starting out, get those experts in there because you're going to learn so much, and it's going to carry you.
And I'll tell you this, listen, we talk about, and we're talking about this with Elijah, and we talk about this on our weekend. What is your time worth? And your time to try to be an appraiser, to try to figure out the art of because it is an art.
Thank you.
It is absolutely an art form, right? And
sure, I totally agree. That's something Tom and I actually, Tom said it first, and now I've been saying it ever since, is it's part science and part art. And that's totally true. You have all this hard data, right? It's inarguable. And then you put it all on paper and you're like, what does it mean? You got to interpret it, right? And that's where the art form comes in. But yeah,
as an investor, you don't want to have to spend your time trying to interpret that data when we could just bring you in, and that's part of that process.
Yes,
that's absolutely part of that process.
And it's interesting because there's a learning curve at first. So you start out and you don't know anything about this, right? So you hire the experts, and then you start to get pretty good at it, right? And like you said, your time starts to become more important than your money.
Absolutely.
And so now
That's always the case. It's always the case.
Yeah, but you get to a certain point where you say, okay, I can do more appraisals more properties if I hire out these specific jobs, or I can do it myself and I'll make more of the commission, if you will. But I won't be able to do as many. So there's this interesting curve where it's always important to bring an expert in, because even if maybe you start doing this and you are an appraiser, you are taking time away from looking for marketing, doing your deals, analyzing more deals.
Even if you
talking
are an
to
appraiser,
wholesalers, you're
bringing in someone. We talk about putting people in place where they're tens, right? Even if you're an appraiser, and we actually had an appraiser in our last weekend class, right? And it was interesting to discuss that, because I love the art of appraisal. I love that process of it, and working with you, and then your dad before.
Yes.
Obviously, we were trained almost by the same
yes,
individual.
we were.
But seeing different, how he views things a little differently based on the fact that he's doing retail, and what was the other thing that he was doing? Oh, for when a company is moving someone. Anyway.
Oh, relocation appraisals. Yes.
Appraisals. And that was kind of his forte, right, along those lines. And him understanding, right, what it is that you do. Basically a lot of times looking into the future, and we call that like a predicted future value.
Correct.
Of something that is not done yet. A lot of times we're having to determine what repairs are necessary up front, and you're having to look at the market and help us to understand what we need Elijah to do,
right?
Fast track, and figure out really, what this house is worth after all of that.
Yeah, where are we going to be 2 months from now?
Right.
And that's coming full circle to what we talked about at the beginning of this conversation. That's why it's important to talk about days on market, because what's your holding cost going to be?
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
That's why it's important to talk about what's happening with the sales price month over month.
Yes.
And then you also need to have someone has historical knowledge of saying, okay, this time of year we start to see a decline, or we start to see an increase. So even though the month to month right now is telling us it's declining, by the time you get on the market, it might go back up, stabilize, whatever. You got to have that experience as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. What was the market update? What'd you say real quick?
HAR came out with a report. It's on our Facebook page, facebook.com/nextgenappraisals. You can go on there to see the full report. But basically, it's slowed down. Their terminology was cooled off. So
it wasn't that cool in September.
And so, but this is actually a sign of a healthy market.
Yeah.
If we're going red hot for so long, you should be more afraid.
Yeah.
Right? If everything is going up all the time, you should probably pull back a little bit and say, wait a second. I know I'm making money, but where are we headed with this?
Yeah, exactly.
It can't go up forever.
Right.
So the fact that we've slowed down a little bit is actually a healthy sign. At least that's my experience.
And this is the market overall, right? This is not necessarily what we are doing in investment and buy and hold specifically, but HAR is looking at the market as a whole. And it's starting to cool off. And that is a sign of a healthy market, right?
Correct. And the interesting thing is that actually homes priced $750 and up, they actually saw a slight increase.
I love that.
See, flippers out there, it's actually a really great time right now for you, supposedly, for this report. But yes, so everything below that saw roughly a 5% slowdown in the number of sales versus what we saw in September last year.
Well, that's exciting.
But you should go check out the full report. It's pretty good. HAR always does a great monthly report.
They do, man. They have a lot of data, right?
Yeah, you gotta... It's not a quick read.
Yeah, right.
You got to kind of take a minute.
Well, Michelle, thank you for coming. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you.
So, Right Path Real Estate Radio, on the other side of the break, we're still talking building your team, right? But obviously, we have to shift mindsets to the life of abundance along those lines, right?
Absolutely.
That's definitely the thing. So, Ryan McCarthy, Right Path Radio. If you want to call in, it's 713-785-1817. We'll see you on the other side.
Mic's off.
You found or inherited a great investment property. Problem is, you don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk. This is exactly why we started Next Gen Appraisals. Next Gen is a group of appraisers specializing in investment real estate. We understand that investors aren't just looking for a number of what their property is worth, but a comprehensive analysis of the market. Give NextGen a call at 713-346-9911 or check us out online at nextgenappraisals.com.
Real estate investors, if you're not familiar with Quest IRA, let me tell you what you're missing. We've got free weekly educational classes, networking opportunities, and the ability to tap into trillions of dollars for your real estate investing deals. Come by our office or join us remotely as we simulcast all of our educational classes every Tuesday morning and evening. For more information, call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or visit our website at questira.com.
Taxes. Just the sound of that word makes people cringe. At Anderson Advisors, we provide tax reduction through asset protection for real estate investors throughout the country. Our unique philosophy has CPAs, lawyers, bookkeepers, and estate planners with one common goal, helping you, the real estate investor. Check us out today at AndersonAdvisors.com, and don't forget to tell us you heard about us at Right Path Real Estate.
You got a lot of equipment.
Hello, real estate investors. Do you need a lender that moves fast at the speed of a jet to fund your investment properties? Jet Lending will help you purchase properties quickly with as little cash out of pocket as possible. Jet Lending also sets up a repair escrow fund to help you with repair costs. Jet Lending is your fast and friendly hard money source for first-time investors and seasoned professionals. Call 281-872-7800 or email us at info@jetlending.com.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If your insurance company is slow or non-responsive, you could lose a deal like that. You need a quick turnaround on quotes, binders, and the agency for that is Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the investor mindset. They know what you need and when you need it. It's there for you. Call Houston's leading real estate risk management experts, Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas, 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com.
Do you have cracks in your brick, doors that stick, or sheetrock that's coming apart? Then you may have foundation movement.
Hey, Jerry, can you hear me?
Expansive soils in the Houston area. It's probably not a question of if you have movement, but when. Call Foundation Check for a truly independent, unbiased foundation evaluation. Foundation Check has been in business since 2009 and has completed over 1,400 evaluations. We're not in the business of repairing foundations or selling you unnecessary pier work, so we are in the business of evaluating your foundation.
Hey, Nick. Yeah,
Hey, Jerry.
we're black.
Yeah.
Hey, Nikki.
What's up?
Nikisha!
Oh my goodness gracious.
I know, right? How we doing?
Checking
Good,
1,
we got
2,
40
3.
seconds. Hey, Jerry, go ahead and talk.
Checking 1, 2, 3. Checking 1, 2, 3.
Turn us up a little, please.
Which one is that?
Or you can reach us online
I don't.
at
Other side.
foundationcheck.com. That's
Headset 3.
I have such a soft
Are you looking
voice.
for an
You
investor-friendly
do.
general
The softest
contractor
voice
for
in
your
real
investment
estate.
It's very calming.
You should put that on your business card.
Like, don't panic. I'm here.
I think your property manager needs to have a soft voice.
Let's talk about this. So no one. I think, is this yours? I think that's yours.
Yeah, it is mine.
Okay.
I put it away from all the electrical stuff.
That's okay. It has a lid on it.
Yeah.
Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call.
So how's it going?
832-742-9992.
That's good.
We're talking about our new mission statement.
To help create a life of abundance by shifting mindsets, implementing proven systems, and facilitating a community of action takers.
Yeah, we're ready. You're
All right, fellas, here we go. Hot mics.
Welcome back to the Right Path Real Estate Radio. My name is Ryan. I'm filling in for Tom. He'll be back in studio tomorrow. Build your team Thursday, man. You can't build a team. Yeah, build your team Thursday.
Okay.
We're talking about building your team, but in the lens of shifting focus to shifting mindsets, right?
Mm-hmm.
Implementing proving systems. This is our mission statement, Jerry. I let you read it. This is a new thing we have here at Right Path. And part of that is understanding that, real estate, right, is definitely our vehicle, but we have to understand and shift our mindsets to be able to move forward along those lines. And what we do here at Right Path, and I think we do it pretty well, is shift the fear of investing in real estate. A lot of people want to expose their portfolio, right, to rentals.
Yeah.
And man, you're the guy for that, right? Yep. Jerry Todd, Property Care, let's put that.
Right. Good morning, everybody.
And go ahead. Tell us what you do.
So we manage rental properties, but to Ryan's point, shifting mindsets is the goal. I think when I first got it, I think everyone has this mindset that, hey, I need to do everything.
Yes.
When I was taught to, hey, just try to lease out the house. You put a sign in the front yard.
A sign out, yeah.
And spend your Saturdays,
showing the property,
over there.
Like
one day you'll be fine. And I'm like,
It's
you know,
so
that's
easy to do.
Yeah,
You
so
put all
easy
the
to do.
information out there,
And you know, I listen.
My favorite was to put it in the green sheet.
Yeah, put in the green sheet. Yeah,
Right.
just with your personal cell phone number.
Yeah,
of course.
put your personal cell phone on the green sheet. That
Well,
that what could go wrong there?
Yeah,
right?
I mean, you get 1,000 calls the first day it drops,
Right,
but
right.
whatever. And you know, I had a shift in mindset. I was like, you know what? I no longer want to spend my Saturdays trying to lease out my property
Yeah.
or scheduling appointments with people who really aren't, or you know, has a 1 in 10 chance of actually showing
Right.
up. So you know, I had this mindset like, I think my time is more valuable spending my personal time with my, you know, my loved ones and stuff.
Correct.
And I'd rather go and hire a real estate agent and just lease out all my properties.
Yeah.
And I didn't have to deal with it. I didn't have to figure out how to screen,
Yeah.
how to market the property, take the phone calls, schedule appointments. I mean, at the time, I had a full-time job.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it was either
Right.
weekends or after work. So
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, and I live near downtown. I was
Yeah.
working downtown. So, you know, I'm busting my butt all the way out to Katy.
So you bought yourself another job is basically
Yeah,
what you did.
exactly.
Another full-time job.
And I mean, you know, it was just this frustration when, you know, you schedule all these people, you know, in the business world. When you schedule a meeting with someone, the expectation is that person shows up.
Usually, yeah. Right.
You know, I mean, there's a problem if that person doesn't show up
Yeah.
or keep their appointment. And here I am scheduling with 5 people, and not a single person showed up.
Well, there's two pieces in that mindset shift that we're talking about. Is, you know, we talk about it in the weekend class is, what is your time worth, right? We actually have a homework assignment. When people, after the Saturday, they have to go home and say, you know what is my time worth, right? What is my hourly? And then over and above that, we're talking about, you know, freeing yourself time-wise to be able to do what you want to do when you want to do it, right?
Right.
And hiring people who are already 10s at this. We
Right.
talk about, are you a 10 at this? You know, most people are not a 10 at property managing, right? Yeah.
And the other thing is that, and this is where Right Path comes into play, is that, you know, if you're buying a property where you have to spend all your time and effort in order for it to work,
Right.
you're probably not doing it right.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think anyone ever signs up for a second job.
Yeah.
You know, when they start their investing career,
No.
you shouldn't, and that shouldn't be the plan at all. It should be, you know, I should be able to hire someone to paint this house. I should hire someone to be able to lease out this house and still make a sound investment choice.
Yeah. One thing we're talking about in the market today is that, you know, we're looking at it in multifamily, and I've sold my multifamily because it's really at the tippity top, man, what we feel. And a lot of people come to us, and that's the dream of owning multifamily. That's everyone's investment, and there's a lot of people out there talking about that. However, you know, it's just the market's not here in Houston for that, right? And so we look at what can we do to make single family similar to multifamily, and it's being passive,
Right.
That's the allure, and being scalable,
Right.
and that's why it's so important to have a property management company,
Right.
because you can't scale something where you're actually having to go out there
Exactly.
and do it. You don't have enough time. Physically there's not enough time to
There's
do
not.
that. Yeah.
And I would say from my own experience, once you get to eight properties, you literally just got yourself another full-time job.
absolutely, right.
At 8 rental properties. I mean,
Yeah.
between, you know, the summer and the winters. I mean, summers you're running around finding AC issues and stuff like that. You just brought yourself a full-time job.
Yeah.
If you're trying to manage contractors and stuff, you know, you're going out there trying to find contractors that you can trust because you don't have enough scale business scale to, you know, get a continuous contractors. You're always finding new ones and making sure they're doing the work correctly.
Absolutely. And we're, you know, when we're talking about mitigating the fear and the I guess really just the fear of putting your money into real estate, that's the thing that people think of the first, right? Is that I don't want to get those phone calls. I don't want to I don't have contractors. I don't know what to do along those lines, right? And they don't have to. And the thing that I tell folks, you know, coming into Right Path, when should I hire a property manager? It's day one.
Day one. It's
On
the
your
moment you get a
your
first
very
property.
first property,
Yeah.
because in business, if you're going to scale along those lines, you don't want to go back
Right.
and do that. So, two things we do to mitigate those calls, things like that is we fix the things that need to be fixed on the front end.
Right.
Right. And then we hire a property manager. So if you have a home that you're managing, that everything is fixed, we've inspected all the systems, we've looked at everything, and we've replaced the things that don't have usable life. I mean, how many calls are we getting along those
You're
lines?
still getting a lot,
Yeah.
and we have a lot of out of state investors.
Sure.
And I'm kind of their third party eyes and ears. So, we had a couple properties
Have to be,
that
right?
was just finished. I go out there and I got a long list.
That's good.
Of stuff that needs to get fixed.
Yeah.
And I like doing that part because if I don't have that list and if a tenant moves in, guess what? I'm going to get the calls one way or the other.
Right.
So let's just knock it out on the
And
front
that's
end.
a service that you're providing
Right.
for that investor to where they're not having to go walk a property. They're
And
not
we're not
having
the
to go-
general contractor.
Yeah.
We're just making sure the general contractor
Right.
is being honest and making sure that they're
But
doing
you're
all the work.
another set of eyes to be able to
Right.
understand what it is they need to be doing on that. And when we're talking about implementing a proven system, that's part of it, right? We had Fast Track in here. Obviously, when they finish a job, you're probably not having as much to do.
Right.
When we're talking to Michelle Rodriguez and understanding what the appraisal of that property and what repairs need to be done
Right.
to hit those rental rates,
Right.
to hit those values, right?
Right.
If we have that process in place and we're using third party folks who are tens at their respective
Tens of
positions,
people you can just trust.
You can trust, right?
That's the key.
And that absolutely takes all of the headaches out of investing in real estate
Right.
completely. It mitigates everything.
And this is not to say, there's, they always say the pendulum swings, right? So it's not as passive as most people think. It's not a passive investment in any way. It can be more passive. It's literally not, oh, I buy a house, I put a tenant in there and I collect mailbox money.
Yeah.
At that point forward, that's
Yeah.
not the case at all. But it can be a little bit more passive. It shouldn't be where you're completely hands-on, killing your evenings and weekends.
Yeah.
But you can make your life a lot
But
easier,
definitely,
better.
obviously, using property management makes it tremendously more passive, right? I
Right.
mean, that piece of it. And we started talking about the folks who go and they put the signs in the yard, right? And they take the phone calls, they do background checks. You really have to be a tenant, all those, to be able to understand all that. But with property care, they're not having to do that, right? So we're with Jerry Ta, Property Care. This is Right Path Real Estate Radio. I'm Ryan, in for Tom. Tell us a little bit about how you help people from that first property basically mitigate the fear and keep going through that process, right? Because the first property is not going to be the thing that's going to set them off financially free.
Right.
It's, 5, 10, 15,
Exactly.
20 properties.
First off is, we help out on, if the house needs a lot of work, we kind of give our 2 cents. I mean,
Sure.
again, it's scalability,
Yeah.
right? So we have our preference of paint.
Mm-hmm.
We paint all our houses the same color.
Right.
It's a nice neutral color. It's not red or blue or anything like that. The idea is to scale.
Yeah.
And, something that we do different from most is that we use flat paint through most of the house.
Right.
Everyone's like, oh, you should paint it semi-gloss.
Just little tips and tricks, right?
Yeah, semi-gloss so you can clean the walls. I'm like,
Yeah.
I've never seen a single person get on their hands and knees and scrub the
And
wall.
clean a wall, yeah, right.
You bring a can of primer and re-roll the wall with the
Yeah.
same paint color that you've been
You're
painting
done.
before, and you're done.
Yeah.
No one gets on their bucket of soap and water and
No,
cleans the walls.
Yeah, Clorox does not make a wall cleaner,
No,
does it? No.
and it doesn't clean holes,
No.
from nail holes either.
Right, exactly.
So, we help from the front end. A lot of times we have real estate agents that are getting, investors to buy houses and maybe neighborhoods that aren't great,
Sure.
So we kind of advise on like, hey, you're wanting to buy in this neighborhood, there's 20 vacancies right now in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
Probably doesn't make sense if you're
a third party helping them through that
right.
process.
because
right?
the agent's not looking at
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
They're like, they just want to get the sell.
They just want to get the sell. And
And-
they may not be an investment type agent as well. They may not
Exactly.
be a tenant that. They're just looking at selling a property. So
Yeah.
Hey, man, I really appreciate you coming out. It's
Yeah.
always good. It's always good to see you.
Yep.
Knowing you for so long and seeing
It's
how
been quite a
how-
while.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How much you've grown your business and how many folks you've helped. So Right Path Real Estate Radio. Once again, I'm Ryan, in for Tom, and we're talking about shifting mindsets on a Build Your Team Thursday, and we'll be back right after the break.
All right. Thank
Thanks,
you guys.
Jerry.
Mike's off.
going well, man. You see him?
Hi, Clint Coons here, attorney and avid real estate investor. You know, the greatest mistake real estate investors make is not understanding the potential liability that exists from owning real estate. At Anderson Business, Legal, and Tax Advisors, we specialize in protecting real estate investors in all 50 states. In addition to structuring your business for optimum protection, we provide guidance so you pay the least amount of taxes available under the law. We have 150 employees that range from lawyers to CPAs to estate planners and much more. Download our free ebook, The Invisible Investor Strategy, today at AndersonAdvisors.com or call for a free risk reduction analysis and financial blueprint at 800-706-4741. Anderson Business Advisors will help you keep more of what you earn. Call us today at 800-706-4741 and mention Right Path Real Estate.
You found or inherited a great investment property. Problem is, you don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk. This is exactly why we started Next Gen Appraisals. Next Gen is a group of appraisers specializing in investment real estate. We understand that investors aren't just looking for a number of what their property is worth, but a comprehensive analysis of the market. Give Next Gen a call at 713-346-9911 or check us out online at nextgenappraisals.com.
Hello, real estate investors. Do you need a lender that moves fast at the speed of a jet to fund your investment properties? Jet Lending will help you purchase properties quickly with as little cash out of pocket as possible. Jet Lending also sets up a repair escrow fund to help you with repair costs. Jet Lending is your fast and friendly hard money source for first-time investors and seasoned professionals. Call 281-872-7800 or email us at info@jetlending.com.
Real estate investors, if you're not familiar with Quest IRA, let me tell you what you're missing. We've got free weekly educational classes, networking opportunities, and the ability to tap into trillions of dollars for your real estate investing deals. Come by our office or join us remotely as we simulcast all of our educational classes every Tuesday morning and evening. For more information, call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or visit our website at questira.com.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If your insurance company
What is the
slow or
last
non-responsive,
segment,
you
Nikki,
could lose a deal
time-wise?
like that.
What'd you say?
What's the last segment time-wise? We're going to let it run a little longer?
The team at Benchmark
It's like
understands
4
your investment
minutes.
mindset.
Okay.
They know what you need and when you need it.
It's not very long.
Call Houston's leading
Oh,
real
but
estate risk
to go
management expert.
live again,
Benchmark
it will be
Insurance
1 minute.
281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com.
Selecting a foundation company and their product for repair is a lot like a game of
Can you
chance.
let the
You simply don't
intro
know
run a
what
little
you're gonna
longer?
get. The foundation repair industry as a whole doesn't
Okay.
carry a license, nor is it regulated. However, Foundation Check utilizes professional engineers to review all of our files to give you the best foundation analysis in today's market. Remember to check.
You mean the
before further
outro?
repair. Call
Yeah.
346-702-3825, or you can reach us online at foundationcheck.com. Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor for your investment property? Then call Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties, whether it's a flip, rehab, or a rental rehab. No more managing it yourself. No more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992.
This is Business 1110.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah. I'm good. Yeah, let that run.
All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Hot mics.
Welcome back to the show. I'm Ryan, standing in for Tom. Tom will be back in the studio tomorrow. Right Path Real Estate. We're talking about building your team, but really, it's through the lens of shifting a mindset. And, a lot of folks come in and here at Right Path and they look at, their current financial situation. And, one thing we find is that they're looking at it probably through the wrong, understanding of finance. And we start to shift that mindset along those lines. And really the first step in our process of shifting that mindset is actually our financial freedom, the Right Path to Financial Freedom workshop. And the things we talk about, we obviously talk a lot about real estate, right? But the mindset that needs to be shifted to be able to understand why real estate makes sense and what is happening in the markets, et cetera, that it does make sense. And we talk about the 6 ways that you make money in real estate. And we go through that and that understanding that conventional wisdom tells us one thing and we view it as the wrong path. And, we look at understanding that we're living lives in that conventional mindset. We're not living a life of abundance. And so that's the one thing we talk about. So today, I'm actually giving the free workshop at noon here at the office. So if you're interested in that, you can email support at Right Path Real Estate. And then we have our case study, which is a really great event. We celebrate a lot of success. We have a lot of vendors coming in, talking about building your team. They're all there and understanding. That's on the 18th. That'll be in the Crown Plaza. That'll be the last time it's there. We're moving into our new space next month. And then we have the weekend class on the 20th and 21st. So here at Right Path, we do the Right Path to Financial Freedom every Tuesday at 6:30 and every Thursday at noon. So please come join me for that and understand what we're doing is shifting mindsets and facilitating a community of action takers. And that's what it takes to be successful in real estate. Really appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.
All right, mic's off. Have a good one.
You too, Nikki.
You've been listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio. Find Jason and Tom